All right, last thing we're going to do is look at surface area and volume of a sphere. Okay, so surface area is 4 pi r squared, and volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so just need to know those two formulas or know which one to use at which point. All right, so here we're trying to find the surface area. Surface area is 4 pi r squared. In this case, it's 4 pi 8 squared. 8 squared is 64. 64 times 4 is 256. So we've got 256 pi, and its surface area, so inches squared, or you could go ahead and take the 256 and times by the pi, and you get about 804.25. So you can write the answer as 804.25 inches squared or 256 pi inches squared. But again, because it's surface area, it's going to be inches squared. So one thing I do want to mention is, since we're doing both volume and surface area in this section, just make sure you pay attention to, if it's volume, it's units cubed. If it's surface area, it's units squared. All right, here we're told that the surface area is 20.25 pi centimeters squared. We want to find the diameter. Now, we know that surface area is 4 pi r squared. So now we can set that that's equal to 20.25. This isn't going to help us find the diameter. This is going to help us find the radius, but if we know the radius, we can figure out the diameter. So we need to divide by the 4 pi. .25 divided by 4 is 5.0625. And it's equal to r squared. So take the square root of that to figure out what the r is, and that's 2.25 is your radius. Okay, now pay attention, we're asked to find the diameter. So 2.25 is an answer, but that's the radius, so it's not the correct answer. The diameter would therefore be 4.5 pi. Or 4.5, not 4.5 pi, excuse me. And it's centimeters, because it's the diameter, it's a distance. All right, so now we're going to look at volume. Okay, so soccer ball has a diameter of 9 inches. Find its volume. And so volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. And so we need to find the radius first. If the diameter is 9, the radius would be 4.5. So you have to take 4/3 pi times 4.5 cubed. So you can go ahead and take 4.5 to the 3rd power and times that by 4/3, which gives you 121.5 pi, and we're talking inches and volume, so inches cubed, or you can take that and just multiply it all out and write your answer as 381.7 inches cubed. So again, either answer is correct. All right, so now just looking at a little bit of extra practice on these. Here, diameter of a sphere is 40 feet. So we're talking, where'd my pen go? Okay, so diameter. And whether we're talking to volume or surface area, we don't want the diameter, we want the radius. So quickly write down the radius there. Here we want surface area. So surface area is 4 pi r squared. So we're going to take 4 times pi times 20 squared. And 20 squared times 4 is 1600 pi. We're talking feet and surface area, so feet squared. And so you can write your answer as 1600 pi feet squared. Or if you just typed it all into your calculator, you would have gotten 5,026.55. And again, feet squared. That's too far. Oops, so I just have a typo there. That should be a 6, not an 8. I'll have to go back and fix that. All right, surface area is 30 pi. Find the radius. So surface area is 4 pi r squared. And in this case, it's 30 pi. Divide by 4 pi. And the pi's will cancel. And that's going to be 7.5. And the square root of 7.5 is about 2.7. And the surface area was given to us in square meters. This is the radius, which is just a length, so it's just going to be meters. Alright, the radius of a sphere is 5 yards. Find the volume. So volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So 4/3 pi times 5 cubed. That gives you 166.7 pi. And that would be in yards cubed, because we're talking volume. So if you leave it in that terms, otherwise if you multiply it all out, just type it all into your calculator, you end up with 523.60. And again, it's still yards cubed because we're talking volume and the unit is yards. Okay. You could also write, so here I wrote it as 166.7 pi. If you take the 166.7, it was actually 0.6 repeating. If you take that and turn it into a fraction, it's actually 500 over 3. So you could write it as 500 pi over 3. Those two answers are the same. All right, and there is your homework.